All right, everyone. Good day to you. Happy Friday. It's a good Friday here. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. We got a hot one today. Grab your drink. I've got my ginger tea here. It's still morning time, so I like to drink ginger tea in the morning. It's so good. I drink other things besides ginger tea, but it's really detoxifying for the body and just makes me feel good. Welcome, welcome. Those of you new to the channel, those of you who have been subscribers, give yourself lots of love. I appreciate you all. Hopefully, if I can get it done in time, I'm going to send a hot new testimonial here in the channel, and I will also be posting in my new school community. If you haven't joined yet, you really need to. It's like this times 10. There's so much more resources and support. Incredible things going on there. Yeah, and it's awesome. So I would love to see you there. We're getting close to 100 members, so I'm really excited about that. And I love the platform, School. It really is simple and works really well. So come check it out. You don't have to be censored there. You don't have to be completely inundated every day with ads. You don't have to have the fear that someone's snooping in on what you say and what you like. I really love that autonomy and I really want to support that. Can't say much about this platform in that way, but this is the platform of choice, so I will continue to be a part of this platform. Less so on the other ones, but I've always gravitated towards YouTube, even when I was really sick. It was something that I would turn to for resources. And so that's why I'm here. So welcome again. Welcome new folks. Go ahead, say hello in the chat, comment, and give a thumbs up so we pass this off to more and more folks in the algorithm. And if you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button because it is, we do awesome things here, if I do say so myself. All right. So what we're going to touch on today is, did you know you are energy and that you have energy channels? This was just kind of like a theory that I knew about until I had my own experience of it. That was wild. When I say experience, we're talking now about almost 25 years ago. Yeah, 25 years ago, I was in my first retreat where I went so deep into an experience that it unlocked the energy in my system. And it took me for a ride. And those of you who know what I'm talking about know, like, it can take you for a ride that will just, at first can feel a little bit scary because it is the experience of the trueness of your body, but also beyond the body, that you go beyond the body. And to have that experience felt a little bit disorienting at first. But then gradually over time, it became something that I started to become more and more familiar with, the feeling, the felt sense experience of what it's like to connect with you as energy and your energy channels opening up. When that happened, I experienced profound healing. And I was just on a call with a potential client yesterday, and during the call, we had that experience too, where I could feel there was a lot of underlying emotion being held in there. And I just encourage them to go ahead and do this, like you hear me say so much on this channel, that just touch that center and allow yourself to breathe and feel what's there. And as I encouraged them to do this, and I did it with them, all of a sudden the energy started to open up. The channel started to open up, and the energy started moving quick. The healing energy started to happen instantaneously. So I thought it would be appropriate to share a little bit today. How do we, like, first, what is that? And then, like, how do we allow ourselves to tune in enough to feel ourselves as energy and to feel these channels begin to open up so we heal much, not just faster, but I would say more completely. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, if you have inflammation in your hip joint, most of you are like, yeah, can you get my hip pain to go away? Sure. But what we don't see is that hip pain is connected to a whole other source of information and causations that you might not be aware of. And so once you allow yourself to drop in there and the energy starts opening up, it can completely heal not just the hip, but whatever that causation chain that's been there for who knows how long. So go ahead and those of you tuning in live, feel free to put your questions and comments below. I'm just going to keep riffing away here. So first things first is understanding what you've heard me say here time and time again. You are energy. Just take a moment with me and appreciate that. That yes, we have this physical suit of a body, and you can feel that. But if you allow yourself to step back in your awareness a little bit more, you can start to feel you're more than just this body, you're more than just this mind, but there's an energy. There's a field of energy that you are. And over the course of life and time and maybe bad foods or bad toxins you're exposed to, what happens is it affects this field of energy that you are. But when that awareness comes forward and you know, like not know from here, but know from an understanding, a felt experience that you are that, you start to feel, in some cases, like some of the blockages that have been there in the channels, right? Like maybe headache, or maybe a tiredness, or maybe a weight that you're carrying. These are all ways that the energy talks to you. And so then it becomes, how do we not only access those channels more, but how do we open them back up? That is the $1 million question. Because if we all knew that, we'd all be totally healthy, connected, spiritual beings living in this physical plane. But we get lost, we get caught in the physical world that we think our perceptions feel this is so real that we forget who and what we really are. So it's that first fundamental understanding, that perception that you are greater than just a physical entity here. So just, again, tune in with that with me just for a moment. Those of you here, breathe. And just feel that. That's really the first step we all need to do, is to make that conscious shift in our attention. The moment we do that, we begin to experience ourselves in a much greater capacity as an energetic being. That alone is enough to start knocking on the door on the energy channels. Now, how can we open them up more fully, more completely? There is so much about this. You can study the yogic arts, which is really mostly about how we go through this process of change and transformation so we can come back to our spiritual nature. But we have to first understand we are energy, and those energy channels need to open. That's one system. Thousands and thousands of years of study. I tend to go more from the Northern Asian schools of Qigong and Neigong. And what we find is when we, again, make that conscious change to know we are energy and we feel that, we experience that, then the next step and how we open these energy channels up and how we keep them open is through deepening in a quiet, calm mind. So I said, take a moment, breathe in. In that moment, hopefully you felt a little bit more quietness, a little bit more calmness in your day. It's through that experience of quietness and stillness inside that opens your heart center and allows, we call it the middle dantian, that allows these channels to open up completely. Now, it doesn't happen all shebang in one go. It's a process. It's a process. And with that, if you really are sincere about it, there's physical practices that help open up the tissues a little bit more. So you have this generator of energy that's moving and circulating through the system. But then you can also allow your body to open up with posture, with movement, with breath work, just like you think of the yogic asanas. Well, in Qigong, we have our own postures that we do to help open those tissues, open up this connective one suit that you are the body, that is more than just the physical and muscular layers, but is deeper, that connects to the organs, that connects to the more conductive parts of who and what you are. That's where the energy channels really change. That happens through a process that you begin, that more recently I've studied deeper and deeper from Bodhidharma and the teachings that he brought of the I Ching Ching. And so through opening those up and with a calm, quiet, centered mind, with an awareness that I am energy, I am full potential. As you cultivate that more and more, that state, it really starts to change you. It really starts to open the channels up more and more. When they start opening up, you will experience new pathways, new waves of efficiency, and just a higher degree of voltage in the cells of the body that will immediately help, whether it is the overall bioelectric parts that you are, the cells, so they function at a higher kind of rate of detoxification or processing, nutrient absorption, all that goes up. You didn't change your diet, you didn't change maybe even some things in your lifestyle, but you changed you on a fundamental level. So you were functioning with your energy at a certain level, and then you raise that up. And as you raise that up, you become a different person. And the healing happens so much more rapid, more completely, and you change. Even your mind changes. The way you think, the way you feel starts to change as well. And that's the part that I'd say is really the most exciting as these energy channels open up for you. Now, this is all how, like, the theory of how we do it, but really it's a practice. And that practice is something that I teach every week and highly invite you all, those of you here still tuning live and those of you watching the recording, to join my new school community where you have access to more of a deeper understanding and more trainings about this. Because this isn't something that just you hear and you get. It's something that you have to keep coming back to. It's a practice, right? But I'm telling you, this practice of opening the energy channels, it transforms you in a profound level. And if you know anything about me and this channel, that is fundamentally what I want to see, not just in you individually, but in all of humanity. We're moving into a new space, a new time of new earth. And to do that, we have to be strong folks in ourselves. We have to be centered in ourselves. We can no longer be pulled by the waves of this political party, that political party, this news, this government, this new influenza, right? So many people get pulled emotionally by these things. You have to become stronger. You have to become more centered. And this is just one of the ways to do that. I want to support you in that. So join me in the new free school community. You are the medicine. I'll put a link in the comments below. And of course, if you're enjoying this, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to see you on this channel. So subscribe. Till then, have a blessed rest of your day, everyone. Peace. I love you all. Take good care.